Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Roll Quest. It is live on Kickstarter now, and Roll Quest is a game for people who love improv. Not storytelling or role-playing, but improv. And it does a lot of cool things. So basically, each player is a character. You've got the necromancer, the blacksmith, the knight, the mayor, the town wizard, etc. And what you're going to be doing, you need 3 or more players, is you are going to be starting at a location, and 2 players are going to be interacting at that location. And you're trying to earn goblin heads, whatever, points. But what's going to happen is the 2 players are there, and then the other player, the 3rd player, gives a scenario. So let's say we're at the market, and one player is the blacksmith, and another is the mayor. The player will say, hey, mayor and blacksmith bump into each other at the market, and the mayor wants to buy an apple, but the blacksmith has already placed his dirty hand on it, or whatever. So there's a little starting scenario, and then those 2 players have a role-playing card, and these cards have different sort of what we call this, like attributes on them that you're role-playing, like dishonest, cynical, distracted, insecure, aristocrat, wise, flamboyant, emotional. And basically, you pick the one you want, and you put the card down, and then you have to play that scene out in such a way that somebody is able to guess what it was you were trying to act as without saying the word and that kind of thing. And so, you know, it's just really fun role-playing scenarios. Along the way, you actually have, and then everyone tries to guess what it was. You have curses which can be played on each other to make it harder, where you might have to role-play it, but the target player must speak very slowly in the next interaction. The target player must speak in rhyme, with an accent, you know, things that just make it even more ridiculous. There's also this gauntlet thing you can do with players, which really has nothing to do with role-playing, and it's fine, but it's all right. But so basically, that's what you're doing in this game, and it's fun. One of the challenges is when you're doing the improv and you're acting on your side, so is your opponent or the other player, and I have to say, is like almost impossible, not impossible, but it's very difficult to be trying to act out a role in a situation in a certain way while watching the other player do it and trying to figure out what they're trying to do in their role in their certain way. Like, that's the only drawback to this game. That's really hard. From an observer standpoint, they just are watching both players and it's not a big deal. So other people around the table, they're making the guess. But really, the first person to get the guess is the opposing player. And I found that to be very difficult. It's just simple. You're earning goblin heads and going around the table. It's fun to watch people struggle. It is hard. Like, again, I think if you like improv, if you're interested in improv, this game is awesome. If you're not so sure about improv, or you're not so good with storytelling or being creative that way, I think it's a big challenge. I mean, I like role-playing and improv, and I still found the balance of acting in a scene, in a sequence, with a certain additional parameter while trying to pay attention to somebody else and their additional parameter was tough. But if you're into it, I think you'll dig it. And, you know, the art's fine, and the components, I'm sure, will be fine. It's a small little box you can bring around to your improv troupe. So, anyway, Roll Quest, live on Kickstarter. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.